Welcome back everyone to one of my old toy redesign videos. In this videos today I'm gonna show you another toy, another redesign, which is very simple and very simple. Back when I was a kid and I was still in Poland, sometimes my uncle or my grandma would have taken me to the flea market, and one of the cheapest toys in the flea market was a bow and arrow. Of course, not the real one. The bow and arrow was the arrow has a suction cups on the end, so you can shoot it in the window and it will stick. And that was pretty cheap back then, so that's one of the toys that we could get because it was cheap. So usually that's what we get. But the only bad thing with that one, of course, it was plastic. It was fragile. It was fragile, and the string, it had like a rubber band, not like the rubber band that we have for food or something, like the rubber band that you have some pants have. And the bad thing with that one was that all the string or the rubber will break, or the actual arrow, since it's plastic, you know, and made for kids. And of course, if you the arrows, and of course the arrows was very easy to lose. My uncle, which he was back in the day, he was in the army and he was very skillful, so he showed me how to do a bow from just a plain, a little bit curved piece of, he showed me how to, and of course he showed me how to do from a piece of a stick that fell from a tree, as long as it has a little bit of curve, or you can cut the stick out of the tree as long as it's not dry, because if it's dry, if you put the string on it, it will usually break in half. But if it's fresh, it's easy to bend and it will not break. It's a little bit flexible. And that's how basically how we make before, when we were a kid, how we make a bow. Then just get a straight piece of a stick and you can shoot that one. Of course, me trying to remember my childhood, I said why not to do a bow and arrow. Of course, of course for play, a toy. This is just a toy, so I came with this design. One of my easiest design as far as it goes, just a plain shape, and then mirror it to the other side. You have the hole for this one. I'll show you what we're gonna be using. You have the hole for your string. It's two pieces, so it slides. We're gonna use super glue. The only thing I recommend using this, if you don't want to use 100% infill, use a thick wall. For this one I use 4mm wall, so basically it's 100% almost infill. It's very solid, you can see, because it has the bend to it, and you cannot put just a regular bow string on it. This is a toy. Of course, this is scaled 40% down from the original size, because the original size was it is a large one. This is just like a finger toy bow. Okay, so let's assemble it. We just add a glue here, maybe on the edge. After we add the glue, you get the second piece and just slide them in. That's how you put together the bow. Then you get a rubber band. It's not necessary to use a rubber band, as long as it's springy like that, rubber, you can use whatever you want, and you just put it to the hole. Just make a knot on the end. And do the same thing on the other side. As smaller the rubber band or bigger your bow, more power the arrow will have. This is your bow. Your bow. It's a small finger bow. Like I said, this is 40% less. And then you can just like get a skewer stick. Of course, cut the end and round it. Don't make it. You can even make a groove here so the rubber will sit. But if you don't want it, it's okay. You just feed it through. And that's it. Feed it through. Another way. And as you can see the groove on the end. That's just for a better, so the rubber has somewhere to sit. It flies 10 times better. It flies 10 times better than without the groove. I guess. There's the groove. So this is our bow and arrow. This, as I said, is scale 40% down. But of course this does not represent the toy that I used to have. So I had to make it bigger and make it 100% the original size. So here it is. This is the 100% of the original size. It fits pretty well in the hand. It's not supposed to be large because they were never large, but it's a good size. Of course, you can scale it up if you want. It's up to you. The handle may just get a little bit thicker. You can make it bigger, but this is how they came when I was a kid. That's how I remember it. It's not supposed to be much bigger, and of course my printer will not fit it. I will have to cut it in many pieces to fit my printer. And this isn't a string. This is a latex rubber hose. It comes like that. You can see it's a hose, the latex, and as much as you're gonna stretch it, that will determine how much power your arrow will have, because you cannot use skewer sticks for this bow. I mean you could if you put them together, but it will not be straight. So I printed and I designed and I made an arrow too. So let's assemble an arrow first. But the only thing you have to know with this one is how straight you're gonna make it. That's how straight the arrow will travel. And in the file I give one body. It will be called body file. So how many bodies you're gonna print, that's how long you can make. Figure it out that two bodies, it's pretty okay. So let's assemble them. Again, I'll use super glue. Too much. Just make sure it's straight. Of course, in front we have a cup. Round cup, so there's no damage to anyone. Then of course we have the tail part. Which is this. And of course we have the fins, which the fins, let me show you. The fin goes this way. So when the arrow will go to something like a cardboard, it protects the end. And there is your arrow. Like I said, as you can make it longer if you want. This is what I prefer. and of course as straight as it can be, that's how straight it will fly. And I recommend this one again, printing it with much more bigger infill or much bigger wall thickness. This is again 4mm wall thickness, so basically it made it 100% infill, solid. And basically that's your bow and arrow. And of course there's an indentation here on the end that sits in the here. You pull it and it flies.
I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you.
The files will be available for free in the description down below. You can download it, make it your own, make it however you want it, bigger, smaller. This is, like I said, 40%, this is 100%. Like I said, I recommend higher wall for much better durability. I hope you like and enjoy it. Subscribe, like and share, and I will hope you see you in the next one.
This society is really trying me. Ain't no hide and seek, I hide to be far from anxiety. I need my space, I need my privacy. I need some silence, please.